Wednesday, May 7th. It's a red folder news day. And so this is kind of what I'm seeing right here. The news today was FOMC federal funds at 11 a.m. But the only issue with this is pre-market chop. There's a pre-market imbalance in the charts, which is causing it to kind of be indecisive. So if we jump back over to the charts, you can see that today, 6 a.m. open. You can see this wick right here, or this candle. That's 5 5 a.m. And then where is it? 6:30 right here. So we got this. All of this right here is market open, deciding whether or not it wants to go up or down. So if we roll it back to 30 minutes, this was kind of what I was seeing. Okay, so I was seeing that market came up, came down, took out this gap right here, right, with this low, came up into this gap right here while taking out the draws on liquidity for the orders placed, and then came back down again to this low, making a little bit of a lower low, taking out orders for liquidity, and then here it is making its way back up, targeting this internal high, right? So moving back down to the 15 and the 5 minute, so keep in mind this is yesterday's candle. We're here today. So after I marked out these zones of interest, we got the internal low, the low, the low, high, 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 got the mini high right here. Now we had this gap right here in the purple, and then this low is just the relative low of all of these. So again, we can see that market made a high of last night, came back up into this imbalance, which is the wick, took out whatever orders were left in there, came back down into these lows right here, came back up into this gap right here, and then it started trending back down into this 5 minute fair value gap right here, right? So as it did that, it hit equilibrium, made a good bounce back up with buyers, but the problem was it couldn't break above this high, the one I have marked out. So what we did was we chopped around in this zone until market decided to break below this internal low. So once we broke below the low, which it was this morning, 5 a.m., we broke below the center of this 5 minute fair value gap, right? So we broke below, which was basically the low right here, which created a 5 minute fair value gap, which is the one I have marked out right here. We came down, retraced back up, got rejected to even lower. Here it is, market open, market trying to come back up. We got a big rejection back down. And so you can see that market did not break above this internal low. And so that caused the market to crash. And how could we have played that out? Well, on the 5 minute, there is this internal 5 minute right here. There's this internal 5 minute. You can see huge candle down. It's like, well, it's already breaking structure right here. It's breaking this downward or this upwards trend. So once we break this, we can say, okay, we're going to target this 5-minute fair value gap to the downside, targeting these lows right here. This is an internal low right here, low, and then if price does want to break below this low, we can target these lows right here. This low that it's at right now is already from our entry down like 100 points. So we have this potential 5-minute gap. There's a not really a 15-minute gap because it's kind of choppy. There's kind of this one. When I see these big wicks, I kind of disclude them. So there's this one. But this big old wick. So that one I just made, I'm going to make it a 2 point so we can see better and go back to the 5. Yeah, so we broke into it, hit equilibrium. So you kind of would have been able to use it. But on the 1 minute, there's also a gap right here. Same one. So we'll say this same one right here. Boom. Price breaks through all this chop, finds this fair value gap, boom, hits it right into the, basically the middle. Here, I'll get rid of this one. Boom, hits it. This kind of tries to reject, but seller's too strong, goes right through it. The next 1 minute candle breaks right through, so essentially we would have had our right here at 30 points, which is right above previous sell candle, so whatever right there. And then again, targeting this low, and this low is the internal low, so right here or something. And then TP 1, 2, 3, or you can do 1, 2, down to the bottom for 100 points. And then at this point, we're still waiting for news to come out, so we could have got that trade. The only other potential trade that would have happened was right here, which is the break of trend, right? Similarly to earlier, that is on 1 minute. So this is a bit harder because this would have been on a, you do a 1 minute right here. This is an internal 5 minute. You see it breaks below these lows right here. So you could have done a entry kind of right here. Target the previous high. You can even do this one because your gap. And then again, target the lows down here.